The question, how many hours do 8th class students have to study? Personally, when I was in 8th grade I barely studied at all. We didn't have a lot of assignments, compared to how much we get in high school, so I never worried about it until the morning it was due. But sometimes, I didn't have to study at all because of how my teachers taught things. For example, my social studies teacher was extremely laid back and would never give us homework. He let us cheat pretending he didn't see us use our phones, and the students would share answers to almost every assignment. Of course, there were tests where you couldn't cheat in plain sight, meaning it was still possible to cheat. Clearly, there are teachers where they won't allow this and make it nearly impossible to cheat. You would definitely have to study for certain tests and quizzes for that class, unless you already knew the material well enough. I would say do not worry so much about studying, save it for high school. If you are in advanced classes, or struggle with a class or topic, then yes, without a doubt study. Trust me, you do not want to have an abundant amount of missing work or not know what you are being taught. In high school, you want to have high grades in top classes all for your GPA. Your future will depend on your GPA. My last piece of advice is to just do the work and study. Do not stay up and study for a test the night before when you could have been sleeping peacefully if you had just studied in the 2-week time frame you had. When you need to study, then study when you have the chance. I remember having no sleep and energy while taking the Constitution test because the night before I had just started making the flashcards. The test had over 70 questions. Imagine having to remember over 70 answers to over 70 questions in one night. For more answers, or more advice on effective studying, check out the links in the description below.